I've been helping people with money for more than 20 years, but no one stumped me more than the princess.
I'm able to live the lifestyle I want, spend the money I want, get the things I want, and not have to pay any consequences.
I'm here to help this princess take control of her money and her life. Over the next 4 weeks, she'll live on a strict cash diet and complete weekly challenges.
She's used to having everything. She's used to having the latest trends, the latest fashion. If she wants something, she's gonna get it.
If this princess has what it takes, I'll transform her from spender to saver, and I'll give her up to $5,000 to help her pay down her debt.
I think Gail's gonna have her work cut out for her.
No changes, no money.
Oh, 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 she's a princess. She's a princess.
Meet Princess Laura.
My name is Laura, and I'm 28 years old. I am a sales rep.
Laura works in the fashion industry and will spend whatever it takes to look the part.
She is what I would determine to be a spoiled brat.
I'm just drawn to new, pretty things, usually the expensive things.
I haven't seen Laura in the same outfit twice. She'll buy things and they'll sit in a bag. I think she just likes the feeling of purchasing something.
That kid has got more clothes. I mean, she could open up her own department store.
When you walk into her bathroom, it's like a drugstore. She's got so many different toiletries and shampoos. She'll always drop a ton of money on manicures and pedicures. I don't know how she gets away with these things.
Credit cards enable me to spend money I don't have. My line of credit enables me to spend money I don't have. And John enables me to spend money I don't have.
Laura left the comforts of Mummy and Daddy's home and leapt straight into the arms of her boyfriend, John.
I hear him complain, and I just say, oh, honey, I know, we should cut back. And then I continue on with my regular behaviors.
On top of floating the monthly mortgage, John covers all the costs associated with Laura.
I like convenience. That's why I went out and bought a car.
They cannot afford that expense.
We bought Wilfred from a French Bulldog breeder, purebred. We're always out, whether we're out for dinner, going to the movies, or we're out with friends. I've thought about taking on another job to supplement my income. I launched my own jewelry business and went out and bought all the materials that I need. I have about $3,000 worth of materials here. To start, I did borrow it from John. Have I paid it all back? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
She's always, oh, I want to go on this trip, or I want a bigger space, I want a TV, I want this.
I want a house. I want to be able to continue to have 2 cars. John is completely responsible for all our finances. To be honest, I don't really know how much our lifestyle costs us a month.
It's getting to a point where I'm dipping into my savings account every single month just to cover what we spend.
Laura's financial instability has John wondering if she will make a trustworthy long-term partner.
It can make me angry and it can cause tension between us.
I'm afraid that John could leave her if she continues the way she's going.
The amount of money being spent and the amount of money coming in don't match.
Laura has to start dealing with her own life.
The spending has to stop or else we're gonna be in really big trouble.
So they've called me in. I've brought her here to show her the error of her ways. Hi, Gail Vaz-Oxlade.
Hi, I'm Laura.
So I hear your boy's just about done with you.
I think that's right.
Okay, so let's see if we can turn you into a reasonable human being. You must know that you're not contributing your fair share to this relationship. Like, you must know that.
I think I'm a strong woman who thinks for herself.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how independent would you say you've been?
As a person, I'm a 10. I'm very independent.
But how long could you actually survive on your own?
I don't know if I could.
So how independent can you be then? You're like a kid on an allowance.
You're right. You're right.
So you're a little bit nervous.
I'm nervous to see what my friends and family really have to say about me.
You can't get up every morning and make $10 and spend 12 and go to bed at night and do it again tomorrow. It just doesn't work.
We don't know how they're doing this. We don't know how they're doing this. There's trips, they have a nice condo. Laura has had to go out and buy another car. We are just shaking our heads.
That's the wrong path to be on.
John is a very easygoing guy, but everybody has their breaking point.
How concerned are you about how John is feeling right now?
I do wonder how long he will put up with my spending.
What she's doing is a problem. It irritates me because I'm covering most of our expenses and I'm not out there buying myself new stuff. I feel resentful towards Laura. Being in debt is going to compromise your relationship with your parents, your friends, and myself.
You don't want to make someone you love feel that way. I felt guilty.
You're prepared to put what you have with him at risk for the sake of more stuff?
I'm not. I need to face this and do something about it.
Okay, so everybody's gonna see where the money has been going and what Laura's been doing, okay?
Okay.
So one of the reasons why I wanted you all here is because it's important that you all get on the same page. For some time you have been wondering how they're doing it.
It has crossed my mind.
Yes, so let's get to the numbers and I'll show you how this all works. You have been saving nothing, you're putting practically nothing towards your debt repayment because you're just moving it around.
They were both zeros. It's just unsustainable.
Then there is the $741 you're spending on your needs.
Okay.
The reason you're only spending that much on your needs is because you're spending over $2,800 a month on your wants.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
You are spending 189% of your income.
It's just a staggering number.
This is an actual month of Laura's spending. She spent $296 on beauty.
This is nuts.
Look at the bank charges.
She spent $216 on bank charges and fees.
Unbelievable.
That's a possibility.
She spent $979 on clothes.
She's spending more than 50% on clothing, which is just crazy.
And another $815 in cash. So we have no idea where it went. How much does she give you a month towards her upkeep?
$500, I think.
$500 is all she contributes to the household. And he spends $2,886 on her upkeep.
Oh my. Ooh, that's a big difference.
He's been tapping his savings like crazy to keep them afloat.
Right.
Okay? He can't trust her because she's digging this hole for him. Right?
I'm not sure how long he can put up with it. That's what I don't know.
Here's the long and the short of it, okay? You've been earning about $26,000 a year gross.
Okay.
You would have to earn $108,000 to spend what you've been spending.
Okay. Good to know.
You'd have to make $132,000 a year to spend what you're spending and get your debt paid up.
Wow.
If you were using credit to fill the gap instead of getting John to fill the gap for you, you'd be going into debt to the tune of $54,000 a year.
Oh my goodness.
That's scary. I couldn't believe it. How have I been getting away with this? Like, that's a significant amount of money.
Now, I need you to commit to sticking with me in this process.
She can cry all she wants. We're not going to give her any money.
So I need you to keep your hands out of your pocket, okay? Perfect. This is about taking control of your money and your life. I'll give you a series of challenges to do. You do the challenges to my satisfaction. I'll give you up to $5,000 to help you deal with your debt. You don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. You don't have the right attitude, you don't get the money.
Deal.
Okay, so we're gonna get you real about how much money you have and where it's going. We're gonna take your pie-in-the-sky ideas and make them into something concrete that contributes. And we're gonna get you out of your self-absorbed attitude and thinking about other people.
Okay.
Okay? Coming up, people who don't have self-control shouldn't have a credit card.
I felt nauseous.
Oh, 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 she's a princess. Oh, 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 she's a princess.
28-year-old Laura works in the fashion industry, and she uses her career to justify her over-the-top spending.
I just like to present myself well to the world, and that's expensive.
Her boyfriend John has been covering all her costs, including a jewelry business that she hasn't pursued.
It was fun for the first while, and then I got a little bored.
Her friends and family are fed up, so they've put a stop to it.
You can't spend more money than you make. You just can't do that.
Her father and I have no intention of financially helping Laura out.
The spending has to stop.
I've got 4 weeks to get her standing on her own 2 feet. If she completes all my challenges, I'll give her up to $5,000 to help her pay down her debt. So did you bring me your plastic?
I did.
Hand it over. People who don't have self-control shouldn't have a credit card.
I felt nauseous because she was cutting up my source of what I almost call my income.
Kind of breathed a sigh of relief.
This week, you get 20 bucks. Don't spend it all in one place.
Thanks.
Okay, so now we come to your first challenge, which is your set goals challenge. The reality is you do not make enough money to help contribute to the household.
Okay.
I want you to take that jewelry business that you conceived of and execute it. It means taking the dream that you had and turning it into cold, hard cash. But before Laura can build her business, she needs to balance her budget.
How much is our mortgage every month?
$1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month for mortgage. On top of that, we do have condo fees.
$421.26. Even though we have no property and we live in a box in the sky, we're paying $200 for the property tax.
$2,400 a month just to live here. Never mind all our other expenses.
I think she had a big wake-up call. You know, she's gonna have to really buckle down and get serious about, you know, trying to live up to this budget.
Like, we haven't even touched groceries, going out, clothes. Like, I don't even know how this is gonna work.
You need to get your jewelry business running, and you need to make, you know, a few $100s extra a month that's gonna cover your new costs and maybe let you save a bit. And that's why you've been given this challenge, right?
Do you think I can make an extra $600 a month? That's
Sure,
a lot.
why not?
To make $600 a month is a lot of jewelry. It takes time to put these things together. I've been up late. I'm going on about 4 hours of sleep. It's tough to have the motivation to keep going. You know, your hands get sore, you get sick of looking at the same thing over and over again. But I mean, I have a goal and I really want to achieve this goal. I'm just a little nervous that it might not all come together in time. I brought my line, Al Hark. It's a costume jewelry company that I started.
If you bring everything out, and I can, you know, get a sense of the whole story.
Absolutely. Modern friendship bracelets. You can market them to layer, buy one for a friend. Moving on to earrings. These are like some of my favorites. Just simple, but something like uniquely classic.
I get that she likes wearing simple jewelry, but in order to create an exciting story around her product, we need to see pieces that are really coming to life. You need something here that really grabs people's attention. I need a big wow piece. I do not think she's ready to retail in this environment, but I would be proud to carry the work once it's further developed.
So after a week of rude awakenings, it's time to check in. You had a little bit of a setback when you showed your product to the expert.
She agreed that I was not quite ready to be
Right.
shown in a store like where I was.
Right.
But I'm having success in the smaller boutique stores. I had a jewelry show at
Yes.
a retailer that I currently sell to. It was a great success. I had over $1,000 in sales that day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
You have what it takes to be successful.
It made me feel really good that Gail is actually thinking that I can do this.
So are you ready to hear what your next challenge is?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. This week, we're going to do a more for less challenge, which means that you are going to inventory your entire wardrobe.
Okay.
You are then going to choose 10 basic pieces that you can live with till the end of this process, because that's all you're going to get to keep. All the rest we're taking away.
Okay.
Coming up, I throw a twist at Laura.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, 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 she's a princess. Oh, 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 she's a princess.
Princess Laura put her credit, her relationship, and her future at risk.
My paycheck is never enough for me and my lifestyle that I like to live.
Her priorities were fashion and beauty,
I think that Laura lives an extravagant lifestyle.
but I've challenged her to change that lifestyle to fit her cash diet.
Living on $20 a week cash, I think would be hard for anybody, especially for Laura.
The hardest part about living on the $20 of cash is being conscious of my spending. When someone's like, do you want to go grab drinks? Do you want to go have dinner? I'm like, I have to think about it. I can't just do it.
Instead of a pricey night out on the town, Laura and John found a free alternative.
The ice skating was a hoot. She hasn't been on ice skates since she was 10 years old.
How do you do this? I have $4 and change left from my $20 allowance this week.
The More for Less challenge is designed to show my princess how to make the most of what she has.
I did my inventory of all My clothes, accessories, everything. And I'm at just over $44,000 worth of clothes. One person does not need this amount of clothing and accessories.
Laura's days of constantly adding to her massive wardrobe are over. She's going to meet with a stylist and learn to do more with less.
We're not limiting our wardrobe. That's what we have to keep in mind. We're scaling back, but we're just getting those essential pieces. This scarf's fantastic. It's great because you can just whip it on and whip it off, and it gives you a little bit extra to your outfit. You've really got the accessories down pat. We need some more pattern. We need some more color. And I think every woman needs a great black and white shirt, something in the neutrals, because you could do a great jean and then do a really gorgeous punchy accessory. I would do a thin belt and I do a thick belt as well, because that would give you the power to change your outfits really easily and very quickly. It's all about adding a little twist to what you're wearing, and that will really maximize your wardrobe. Even working on a scaled back wardrobe, it will give you so many more options.
Laura did a good job, but I wanted to challenge her even further.
I have just received some breaking news from Gail. You thought your challenge was complete, but guess what? There's a twist. I want you to cut your items in half.
How am I gonna get through the next 2 weeks with 5 items of clothing? I have no idea.
It's been a week. Time to check in with my princess. Girlfriend, you have a lot of clothes.
I do. I really do.
Hundreds and hundreds of items.
I had to cut back to 5.
How do you feel about that?
Once I started being able to put the outfits together,
Yes.
I was shocked.
What you could create.
Yeah, it was actually a little unbelievable. I shocked myself.
Yeah.
There's a sense of relief when I wake up now and I see those 5 items and I'm like, well, it's gonna take you about 0.5 seconds to figure out what you're wearing today because you don't have much choice. And it's kind of nice.
How did the jewelry sales go this week?
I check in every month with
Yep.
the store.
Okay.
So to be honest, I don't know.
You need a consistent income though. And so that brings us to your next challenge.
Okay.
The Get Real Challenge. There are many ways to make an income. We will see whether you are up to this or whether you wuss out.
Okay. To live the way I do, I'm pretty much gonna have to do anything to foot the bill.
Let's see how far she's willing to go to clean up this mess.
It's early and I'm going to cleaning school. I'm tired. I do not want to clean. I think this is a little ridiculous.
So Laura, I'm here today to show you how to clean. In the event that you want to pick up some extra part-time work, cleaning is a great route to go. Pick up 2 cleaning contracts a week. You can get $75 each visit. There's your $600.
That's true.
But you have to know how to do the job properly. So Laura, you're gonna have to wear our company uniform
Why is it important that I wear this?
because you work for a professional company and professionals wear uniforms.
I hate it. I hate this uniform. At the same time, it makes sense because then I don't have to ruin any of my clothes.
Laura, here are all your tools.
Oh my God.
You have 15 minutes and I expect perfection. See you soon.
Okay. Working twice a week on top of everything that I do already is a lot. I mean, and it's not something I'd be excited about doing. I'd be excited about making the money.
Laura, your time's up.
It's already been 15 minutes?
It has, time flies.
Okay.
Let's do an inspection. I think you missed under there.
I think you might be right.
Okay. How about under the mouse pad?
No, I didn't get there yet.
That's an unacceptable miss. Here, I noticed that you did move some things around in dust, which is good. Clients are always going to be looking for that.
There's no way you can finish cleaning this office well in 15 minutes.
So you have a little bit more learning to do, but I think you're well on your way.
Thank you.
And you can certainly make that extra dough.
In like 3 hours a week, I can make the extra money to continue living the way I do. It's not that bad.
Coming up, people have a sense of how they're doing and sometimes I don't agree with them.
Right.
Oh, 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 she's a princess. Oh, 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 she's a princess.
4 weeks ago, 28-year-old Princess Laura was a fashionista who spent like it was going out of style. Her boyfriend John was fed up with footing the bill, so I challenged her to jumpstart her business, maximize her wardrobe, and do whatever it took to balance her budget. Has she done enough to earn the full $5,000? Before I make my final decision, I'm going to have a word with her parents and boyfriend to see if they've seen any progress. So, have you seen a big change?
I have.
You have a lot more cupboard space.
I do. I think she's done very well. She's really committed to, changing her ways and keeping up what she's learned.
Has she been talking to you about the process as she's been going through it?
Yes. I think it's been great for her.
I think that just turned on a big light that said, oh, I'm just spending more money than I'm making. Changes have to be made.
Well, you know, let's bring her in and see what she says. Laura, darling, come on in.
Of course, you're a little skeptical about, what every challenge is really gonna do, and you get broken down a little bit along the way. But at the end of the day, it really did make a difference.
You had a tough week this week.
It was a tough week.
Yeah, this was not your favorite challenge.
No, cleaning is hard work.
But can you see that what you have to do is cover your bills?
Yes, I do.
So how did you find living on cash?
Living on cash is hard, and it really makes you think about what you're spending.
What's it like not having to cover her butt?
It's good. I've got a few extra bucks in my pocket.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think John and Laura are on a road to a great relationship.
What would you say is the biggest lesson you learned?
I now actually put a value on what I'm putting my money out there for, and
Right.
how many hours I have to work for what I'm purchasing,
Right.
and that kind of stuff. I don't just do it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how did you do?
I think I did 10.
You think you did?
I do.
Because people have a sense of how they're doing, and sometimes I don't agree with them.
Right.
But not today.
The most satisfying part of this was to just have everything come together in the end, and I learned a lesson. I did learn how to balance a budget and how to live on what I make.
I think that you are a good partner now.
Thank you.
Don't prove me wrong, because I'll come and find you.
I don't doubt it. I think I'm still a princess at heart, but we've gotten rid of the spoiled brat part of the princess.
I can tell she loves to go shop. She's all out of control. She can't stop. Designer clothes, jewels, hair. She's throwing money everywhere. My head is spinning. Oh, 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 oh. She's a princess. She's a princess. Modern day princess.